नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका के न्यूज़ 24/7 में। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज की हेडलाइंस। पब्लिक डिमांड एक्शन अगेंस्ट पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज फॉर डिफेसिंग पिलर ऑफ 2-tier flyover in Salem. The general public and commuters have demanded action against the functionaries of various political parties for defacing the pillars of the 2-tier flyover in Salem city by pasting posters. The flyover, with more than 90 pillars, was constructed in 1920 during the AIA-DMK regime. The first tier of the flyover, which covers 2.86 km, connects the AVR roundabout junction with Yorkcord Road through the 5-road junction. The second tier covers 5.01 km and connects Kuranghuchadwi with Anna Park through the new bus stand. Built at a cost of Rs 441 crore, it is considered as one of the longest flyovers in the state. The pillars of the flyover are now issued by functionaries of various political parties to paste posters. Mr. Prakash, a resident of Sarda College Road, alleged that the posters distracted commuters. The Highways Department has set up vertical gardens on a few pillars. The pillars without vertical garden have posters stuck on them. Strict action should be taken against those who deface the pillars. Meanwhile, the Highways Department officials said that in the next 15, a mass cleaning campaign would be held to remove the posters. The pillars would be painted and covered with vertical garden with the help of sponsors. Objectionable remarks being made against constitutional institution for political reasons. Dhankar. Nalanda, September 29. It's a matter of serious concern that objectionable remarks are being made against constitutional institution just for certain political reason. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar said on Friday, addressing the student and faculty of Nalanda University at an open house session. He said any adverse comment about such institution is against India's rich cultural heritage. We must not look at constitutional functionaries through political prism only to score brownie political points. That is not acceptable. The constitutional institutions are facing objectionable remarks just for certain political reasons. It's a matter of serious concern. Sanity of the constitutional institution must be respected, he said. Tamil Nadu, Madras District Sessions Court extend judicial custody of State Minister Senthil Balaji till October 13th. In Tamil Nadu, the Madras District Session Court has extended the judicial custody of State Minister Senthil Balaji till October 13th. Senthil Balaji was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate on June 14th this year, accusing him of money laundering. The ED official filed a charge sheet on August 12th in the case. The minister bail plea was rejected on the 28th of this month. The minister has been lodged at Puzal prison. Balaji was summoned before the judge through video conference today. This is the 7th time that Senthil Balaji custody was extended. The case pertains to the period when he was marked minister in the previous AIA-DMK government. He presently continues to be a minister without a portfolio in the DMK government. Karnataka Bandh News Live Updates. Kovri panels ask Karnataka to release 3,000 cuses water to Tamil Nadu. The Kovri Water Management Authority (CWMA) has upheld the Kovri Water Control Committee recommendation of releasing 3,000 cuses of water to Tamil Nadu per day. Normal life has been affected in several parts of the state including Bengaluru, Mysuru and Mandya due to Karnataka Bandh called by the pro-Kannada and farmers organization of the release of Kovri water to Tamil Nadu. Most of the shops, business establishments and eateries in part of the state down their shutters. Over 40 flights to and from Bengaluru airport were also cancelled. More than 2,000 organizations have supported dawn to dusk Karnataka Bandh, even as police in Bengaluru warned they will not allow what they term as an illegal and unconstitutional protest. The authorities have declared a holiday for school, colleges under both BBMP and Bengaluru Urban Stay with TOI up for all updates. US quietly acknowledged Iran satellite successfully reached orbit as tensions remain high. Dubai, United Arab Emirates, the United States had quietly acknowledged that Iran's paramilitary revolutionary guard successfully put an imaging satellite into orbit this week in a launch that reassembled others previously criticized by Washington as helping Tehran's ballistic missile program. The US military has not responded to repeated requests for comment from the Associated Press since Iran announced the launch of the Noor 3 satellite on Wednesday. The latest successful launch by the Revolutionary Guard after Iran's civilian space program faced a series of failed launches in recent years. The website spacetrack.org listed a launch Wednesday by Iran that put the Noor 3 satellite into orbit. Information for the website is supplied by the 18th Space Defense Squadron of the US Space Force, the newest arm of the American military. It put the satellite at over 450 km (280 miles) above the Earth's surface, which corresponds to Iranian state media reports regarding the launch. It also identified the rocket carrying the satellite as a Quasar, a three-stage rocket fueled by both liquid and solid fuels, first launched by the Guard in 2020 when it unveiled its up-to-then secret space program. President Draupadi Murmu confers National Service Scheme Awards 2021 and 22 at Rashtrapati Bhavan. President Draupadi Murmu conferred National Service Scheme Award 2021 and 22 at Rashtrapati Bhavan today. The award was given to 52 persons for their contributions in social services. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur and Minister of State for Youth Affairs and Sport Nitish Pramnik attended the awards ceremony. Youth Affairs and Sport Ministry confers National Service Scheme Award to recognize and reward outstanding contributions towards voluntary community service. NSS is a central sector scheme which was launched in the year 1969 with the primary objective to develop the personality and character of student or youth through voluntary community services. The ideological orientation of the NSS is inspired by the ideals of Mahatma Gandhi. Canada is serious about ties with India despite Roe, Trudeau. Canada Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has said his country is serious about building closer ties with India despite ongoing diplomatic row. His latest remarks comes at a time when ties between the two countries are at an all-time low. Tensions flared up when Mr. Trudeau on 19 September said Canada was investigating credible allegations of India involvement in the murder of a Sikh separatist leader. Hardeep Singh Nijjar was murdered outside a temple in Canada in June. On Thursday, the Canadian Prime Minister said it was extremely important to constructively and seriously engage with India. India is growing economic power and important geopolitical player. And as we presented our Indo-Pacific strategy just last year, we are very serious about building closer ties with India, the National Post quoted him as saying. Tensions between the two countries came to the fore during the G20 summit in Delhi on 9 September when Mr. Trudeau skipped an official dinner of the leaders. He held a short meeting with Indian PM Narendra Modi, but experts described their body language as frosty. A few days later, Mr. Trudeau told Canadian Parliament they were pursuing credible allegations of the involvement of Indian agents in Nijjar's murder. Both countries have since expelled a diplomatic each other of other nation. Last week, India also suspended visa services for Canadians citing security concerns at its diplomatic missions in the country. On Thursday, Mr. Trudeau talked about the importance of relations with India but added that the modernization would continue. At the same time, obviously as a rule of law country, we need to emphasize that India needs to work with Canada to ensure that we get the full fact of this matter, he said. India has insisted that it had no role in the murder, adding that Nijjar had been designated a terrorist by Delhi in 2020, an allegation his supporters vehemently deny. The Indian government has often reacted sharply to demands by Sikh separatists in western countries for Khalistan or a separate Sikh homeland. NLC India jumps 5% on plans for two thermal power plants in Odisha. NLC India was a 5% higher in the morning trade on September 29 after the state-owned company announced its plan to set up 3 into 800 megawatt coal-based power plants in Odisha. The company also said it executed a power purchase agreement with Gridco and Odisha State Power Undertaking for the purchase of 400 megawatt power that will be generated through the proposed thermal power plants in Jharsuguda and Sambalpur. The land acquisition process and evaluation of offers for shortlisting of construction contractor for the project is under progress, the company said. With this time, the entire power of 2400 megawatt has been tied up on long-term basis with Tamil Nadu, TAN Gedco 1500 megawatt, Puducherry PED 100 megawatt, Kerala KSEBL 400 megawatt and Odisha Gridco 400 megawatt, the company told exchange. At 9:45 am, NLC India was trading at Rs 133.5 on the National Stock Exchange, up 3.86% from the previous day. The stock has gained nearly 55% this year. ऐसे ही और न्यूज़ को जानने के लिए जुड़े रहिए के न्यूज़ 24/7 के साथ.